y'all doing?
What's up, man?
Doing good, thank you.
Ithiel, you're like the elder statesman now. You're the oldest guy here. But last year there were a bunch of guys who were here for much longer than you. You know, what's it like being the guy who's been here forever?
I guess it's a little weird, you know, being that I got here my first year, and now that X and Beast is gone, you know, everybody's looking towards me to, you know, to kind of bring and establish the culture and bring leadership this year. But I think I'm ready for it. I think being in year 3, I think I've learned enough over the past 2 years to be ready for it and step into that role.
Ithiel, what is that culture like right now?
Right now, I think we've infused a teamwork culture. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's you know, looking to help one another, looking to make the right play. Everybody's picking each other up, and I think our culture is what we embody and what we put up, how we show up, keep our promises, make no excuses, and appreciate what we have. I think that's our culture right now.
You know, you've been here the past 2 seasons. Ithiel, you know, there were both times chemistry issues had been cited, some by players and coaches. What feels different about this group going into this season that you maybe didn't feel going into those seasons or the end of those seasons?
I think we're more connected as a group this year. A lot of our players have put aside their, you know, personal goals, and I think we're all buying into the team concept and that we all need each other to win this year. And I think that it's really evident when you see us practice down, even though we have a lot of work to do. I think that everybody's understanding how important each other's role is to this team and how we can't just be by ourselves out there. We have to stay connected. We have to do this thing together. And I think that's what's different. And along with the chemistry thing, you know, I think a lot of our guys mesh. You know, last year we didn't really have a lot of off-court, you know, gatherings like we do this year. You know, a lot of our guys, you know, I think we started to get to know each other, you know our interests, and you know, I think that's what's helping this year a lot.
How much of that, you know, disconnect came from COVID and not being able to, you know, be around people is easier?
I mean, obviously there was a lot of disconnect with COVID and everything, but I don't know. There was just a disconnect there last year that just isn't there this year. You could feel it. It's just different this year. And I don't really want to go into too much detail about that, but I can feel it. I know it.
Going into the off season, or I guess going into the off season a few months ago, what were the biggest areas of focus for you? Like, what were the things that you went into that time being like, okay, this is what I really want to improve upon and hammer down or to get better at it?
For me, I think I really wanted to focus on my mind more than anything else. Obviously, I wanted to keep improving my jump shot, keep improving my bounce off the dribble, keep improving my overall IQ of the game, but I think that the mental side of the game was where I had a lot of trouble last year. And getting with T.O., reading a lot of books with T.O., and doing some questionnaires and about me, about myself, I think that's really helped me, and I'm able to control my emotions a lot better than I did last year. I got kicked out of the Notre Dame game last year. You know, that was just a sign of immaturity in my mind. So I think that's what I really wanted to focus on in the offseason, was developing my mental.
What are some of the things that you talk about, Coach? You know, that you talk about with Coach O2. What are some of the lessons that he has been talking? I know he was in the business world, you know, for a bit and did like motivational speaking type stuff. Like, what lessons is he kind of trying to pass along to you? And where are some of the books you've read? Like, what are those kind of trying to
Yeah, I mean, he just passing down a lot of teamwork lessons. I've read a lot of books where it was about team, and matter of fact, I think I just finished the book, Phil Knight's book, Shoe Dog. That was a really good book. Matter of fact, I still have to read it again because there's some parts in there that, you know, you can't just read one book one time and just think you have everything. I'm going to reread that book as well. But I mean, just kind of keeping things simple, like living my life simple and not trying to get too complex and, you know, step out of my lane, just focusing on what I need to do, doing it to the best of my abilities.
Phil, you guys have done a lot of work in the offseason. Next week you get to have a scrimmage where people can see. What's that going to be like? What do you want to show the people during that scrimmage?
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting for everybody to see our team play. I know that the school is very anxious to to see the basketball team back again. And I want to show. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I guess it's back in like I think it was in March or April. You know, you had come out and said that you were coming back next season. Yeah, there have been rumors swirling. I guess I don't know how those get started or where they do. I mean, for you, was there ever a serious consideration of leaving, or was there doubt?
No. Matter of fact, somebody back when I was on social media, some guy, like he started a rumor that I was seriously considering leaving because for some reason, I took my pictures down on Instagram. I took all my pictures down, changed my my profile picture to like this, tranquil type of, environment, and I just said under reconstruction. That didn't mean I was transferring. I guess the guy messaged me and said, hey, sorry, I was part of other students who started rumors about you leaving, and I just wanted to apologize for that. And I was like, hey, it is what it is, I wasn't really tripping, but there was really no serious consideration of leaving. I just got here. I just started last year, last year didn't count. Why would I leave? Why would I leave to go to a situation that's not stable? I don't know if I go to another school, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna get the type of coaching that I'm receiving here. I don't know if I'm gonna get the type of exposure that I'm getting here. So
I feel like you had to be pretty taken aback, like seeing that. Did the conversation with that guy go beyond that, or was it just kind of like?
I was taken aback by the whole rumor thing. I didn't even care who started it, to be honest. It didn't really matter to me. What took me back was, how people can just just start these trends and these rumors, and you may not even have a say in it. Nobody gets to see your side of the story, hear your side of the story. They just take and run with whatever the media says or whatever somebody else said.
Are you off social media now?
Oh yeah, I've been off of social media for about, I want to say, 2 months. It's been liberating. I thank Jamarius for that. Jamarius has been a big influence for me. He told me, ever since he's been off of social media, he's had a lot of time on his hands. I'm starting to notice I have a lot of time on my hands. I got to fill those time. So
Good for you.
Yeah, I need you to take that.
How if we get these guys off social media?
yeah, it's really not that hard. I noticed it was a problem when I would get off of social media and then unconsciously go back to social media, and nothing's changed. So I said, yeah, I think I got to get off of this.
Yeah, I mean, how much of that was kind of part of an overall mental transformation? Was that, and how important of a part was it in that?
It was a big part of it because me being on social media, social media is always, you're just constantly seeking validation from people, constantly liking pictures, sharing things with other people, and you don't really see, what people go through on a daily basis. They just show you the highlights. And so all of that Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all this fluff, that was a big mental transformation for me. Stop not seeking validation from people on the internet. Who cares?
It feels the number change. Is that part of the new identity?
Yeah, it's funny because people that said I'm like 3 different people here. I was number 3 when I first got here, number 0 last year. Now I'm number 12. With number 12, I'm back to being who I am. Number 12 was my number in high school. When I won the championship, number 12 was my number at Delaware. Had a great year, so number 12 is just bringing back my identity of who I am, and that number is very significant to me.
I was about to ask you, is there any meaning behind it?
Well, to be honest, where I was from in New Jersey, the exit number was number 12, and that's where I had my best memories. I made a lot of friends there, had my best memories there, and had a good time. And the exit number was 12, so
I didn't know if you were like a big Tom Brady fan or something.
Tom Brady. I'm indifferent towards Tom Brady. Indifferent.
IT12 brand.
IT12. We could start IT12.
NIL. It's a perfect time.
Ithiel, you led the team in three-point shooting last year, 37%. How do you feel about not only your shooting individually, but as a team overall when it comes from beyond the arc?
Yeah, I just want to say 37%. Not really that good. But I think we have a lot more shooters this year. I think we'll be able to spread the floor a lot better. I'm not the only shooter that we have this year. It's me, Nate Santos, who has a beautiful jump shot, pro-like jump shot. Got Jamarius, he can really stretch the floor. Big Mo can shoot from outside. Chris can knock down a few. Dan can knock down a few. Nike can hit a few. Nike can get streaky. So I think that, you know, we'll have a better presence on the court. I think our spacing will be a lot better this year on the court. You know, plus teams will have to really respect our three-point shooting. And that leaves Big John down there, leaves Noah down there, and they work and kill on the inside.
Yeah, among the new guys, Ithiel, who's really impressed you or who has stood out to you a lot? And among the sophomore class, I mean, that's a big class of guys. Like, what sort of development and progress have you noticed from them?
I'll start with the new guys. To be honest, I think all the new guys really stood out to me. The way that they're able to come in to this level from wherever they're coming at. I mean, with the exception of JB coming from Texas Tech, I think they've come in well. They've adopted our system well. Obviously, we have a lot more work to do. But you know, the energy level, the way they come in prepared and ready to work and ready to fight every day, has been a real eye opener for me. Like, these guys are coming in here, they're not playing around. Like, they're ready to see change, they're ready to see win, and they're ready to develop tradition. The sophomore class, like I said, they're all getting better. We're all getting better every day, and I think it's going to be really exciting this year.